Now that both previews and interviews are rolling out for our highly awaited Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, we are learning so many exciting new things. Siliconera sat down with the manager of Story of Seasons, Nakano Hikaru-san, and asked for more details on this cozy farm life sim. Among them, more on the romance, same-sex marriage, having children and genetics, and even some new info on the reasons behind implementing the brand new marriage candidates. So let's have a look. We've got 12 marriage candidates this time around, but is there same-sex marriage? Siliconera asked. When it comes to romance and marriage elements, in the demo it seemed like there were no restrictions. So no matter what kind of character you play, you can romance everybody in Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar? To which Nakano-san responded, yes, that is correct. That is something we have implemented in our past few titles, like Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. The way it works is that no matter the player character's gender, they are free to choose whichever marriage candidate they would like. He emphasizes that he wants players to have full freedom so they can enjoy the romance in the game without worry, which is so important in my opinion, since Story of Seasons is a simulation of life after all, and love is something that should come without restrictions. I am honestly relieved that this has become a norm for life sims in general, but especially for marvelous games like Story of Seasons and Rune Factory. And I think it is pretty safe to say that they will keep same-sex marriage as a foundational feature moving forward. 10 of the love interests are directly inspired by the classic Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar, and for the most part their designs and personalities have mostly stayed the same. But we're also getting 2 brand new characters, both of whom make great additions to the cast. So what were the thoughts behind implementing them the way they did? Diana looks like a career-driven woman, serious, passionate, and eager to make Zephyr Town thrive again, as a member of the Bazaar committee. And it turns out adding her had deeper reasons than we might have expected. Nakano-san says that in the older Grand Bazaar game there was no real story surrounding the bazaar, and that is something that they wanted to add and improve upon in this title. That led to the decision to implement Diana as a member of the committee to push the story along, make it more emotional, and turn both her and the mayor into driving forces that get the whole town involved. And I think this was an excellent idea, not just to portray a thriving romance between partners in love and in leadership, but also as a sign that Marvelous is upping their storytelling game. Arata is the second new love interest. He seems like a man of action. He is a martial artist training hard in the mountains to become even stronger. So what was the reasoning behind his addition? It turns out Marvelous was mainly thinking about what kinds of characters would increase the overall appeal of the cast, as well as fit in well and exemplify the world of Zephyr Town. And that actually led to a connection between Arata and a returning bachelor, Samir, formerly known as Amir. The idea was to further build out the world of Zephyr Town and make it feel more robust and alive. So it seems the dev team really looked at the bigger picture here and gave Arata a complementary role that helps both him and existing characters shine. And by the way, I will be covering all of the other marriage candidates in more detail on my channel, so if you don't want to miss that, please consider subscribing. And finally, the big remaining questions. Can we have children? And if so, how many and what will they look like? Nakano-san confirms. It is only one child in this title as well. However, the appearance is affected by both the player character's avatar and the partner. It is a lovely touch and it is one they want to keep in all their future games, just like they did with A Wonderful Life and Pioneers of Olive Town. There are other features we have yet to see if they are returning, such as rival romance events and festivals. And of course, I'm going to keep you up to date with that. But in general, I love the direction they are taking with the new Grand Bazaar game. And what are you looking forward to the most? Let me know in the comments, I would love to hear from you. But that's it from me. Have a wonderful day, lovelies, and see you soon for more cozy game content.